And they're off. Martin Heads was rather sleepy coming out of the starting stalls, and Bargain Basement went sideways. Chumbar is the early leader and leads Shah of the Isle by around about half a length, with Stamper and Persian Phoenix handy. They're being chased by Vice Captain and Arc Shadowfax not too far away. That one to the right in the green jacket. Major Kessar's being pushed along early, followed by Martin Heads, and then comes Bargain Basement. Invincible Amy is green and totally outpaced. Heading down towards the halfway marker, and it's the experienced Chumbar in front. Leads by around about 2 lengths, with Persian Phoenix, who's green to post. They're vying for the places, along with Stamper, who's in the blue and red jacket. Arc Shadowfax is a few lengths off the speed. Vice Captain back in mid-division. Shah of the Isle going backwards. Bargain Basement trying to get on terms, as is Martin Heads. Heading down towards the last furlong, and it is Chumbar being tackled for the lead now by Arc Shadowfax, and those two have kicked away from Stamper, who's hanging, and inside the last 100 yards is Arc Shadowfax, who's in command, and Arc Shadowfax wins very nicely in the end. Chumbar for the places in second. Hanging in third was Stamper. Vice Captain and Persian Phoenix were just off Stamper.
Dale Swift joins me after Arc Shadow.
Ask him to extend to him.
Good stuff.
Back and looking green. Safari as the gates.
It felt like he wanted 6 or 7. Ask him to extend, you know, that type of way where he got to the front just lugging around a little bit, and he just needed a bit more company to taking me further into the race, you know. And he's done it well. He's hit the line hard. Come on again for that.
And an extra furlong in time, no bother again.
So yeah, definitely, yeah. You know, on to him.
Good stuff. Well done, Dale.
Cheers.
And they're off. Racing over straight 6 furlongs. A Chatty went to the side as the gates opened, and Bell Star began well with Miss Rainbow right there. Chaturanga is just in behind them. They're being followed by Ryoto and Chatty. Night Safari up the Chazz Patronage, and in the colour change, Supreme Tenacity is at the back and looking green. So through the first quarter of a mile, and it is Bell Star down the centre. Chaturanga towards the right in the beige and dark blue jacket. Chatty now on the premises. Miss Rainbow on the premises near side. So they're the front 4. So it's Miss Rainbow and Bell Star from Chaturanga Chatty. Here's Night Safari staking a claim. Ryoto just behind the leaders from up the Chazz Patronage pushed along, and Supreme Tenacity in the blue jacket noseband trying to get on terms. Inside the final quarter of a mile, Miss Rainbow, Chaturanga, those two followed by Night Safari. Up the Chazz is beginning to run on in the black and grey jacket. Over a furlong to go. Holly Doyle says go on Chaturanga, and it's Chaturanga now dashing about 3 lengths clear. Up the Chazz second place, then Miss Rainbow followed by Night Safari. Only one winner here, newcomer Chaturanga. Eased down to collect by a wide margin. Chaturanga beats Up the Chazz, Miss Rainbow, Night Safari.
And Chaturanga has just made a winning racecourse debut under jockey Holly Doyle. Holly, that was an impressive debut from him.
Yeah, Yeah, really pleased with him. He's a lovely big horse. He's got plenty of scope. He's got a beautiful attitude, and he's still quite raw. He'll probably get 7 furlongs, but he's done things the right way today.
And did he just give you the impression that he was learning on the job a little bit in the latter stages when he was out on his own as well?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I couldn't get a lead for very long, and I was left alone in front for a furlong and a half, which is quite a big deal for a 2-year-old first time out on a big open track, and he knuckled down nicely, and he's done it with ease.
Do you think he could step up in class as the season goes on?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think there's so much more to come. You know, I thought he'd win today, and the only thing that might get him beat was greenness, but he proved me wrong, and he was straight as a die. But there's plenty of class, and he's got quite a nice presence as well when you look at him. So hopefully he's decent.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing him again. You've got 4 more rides on the card. Paradise Row in our next race.
Yeah, obviously the race is cut up nicely. Quite an eye-catching run first time out round Wolves. Straight track today might suit.
Good stuff. Well done, Holly.
Thank you.
They're off. Racing from the mile start. One of the slowest ones to go was Mount King in this, the Pat and Les Holmes Memorial Restricted Maiden. And here we have a difference of opinions. David Allen takes Mount King over to the running rail furthest away from the stands. The others are coming down the centre of the course. Miltai is the leader there from Duke of Wyborn in the green and purple jacket. Owner's Dream yellow colours, and Paradise Row held up behind the leading 3 down the centre. Over on the far side, ploughing his own furrow, David Allen aboard Mount King. And as we see them side on, it looks as though Mount King could be in front, certainly alongside the centre group leader Miltai, followed by Duke of Wyborn, and then Owner's Dream, with Paradise Row held up, and they're heading down the straight inside the final half mile of their journey. So over to the far running rail is Mount King. Down the centre, Miltai from Owner's Dream and Duke of Wyborn. Paradise Row is at the back. 2.5 furlongs left to go, and it is Mount King and Miltai racing wide apart. Others now coming off the bridle. Behind the leader is Duke of Wyborn, being driven along Paradise Row, then Owner's Dream, as they head now inside the final quarter of a mile, and they're now coming together, and it's Miltai, the overall leader, and Miltai hanging over to that far running rails, grab the far fence inside the final furlong. Miltai in front by a good 2.5 to 3 lengths, as Paradise Row now stays on and passes Mount King, but this will go to Miltai. Miltai started life down the centre of the course, ends up on the far side. Miltai beats Paradise Row, close places, Owner's Dream, Mount King and Duke of Wyborn. And they're off, racing over the straight mile. And My Honeybee began well in the centre. Original Thinkers right there. So to a Lithiometer, DCR and Daisy Roots. And it's Daisy Roots is coming through to make the running from My Honeybee. And then DCR, Original Thinker and a Lithiometer. White Umbrella just in behind them, followed by Senesi, who's in the blue and white jacket in mid-division, from Stranger on the Shore and Violetta. Red colours of Beautiful Eyes. And Gentle Ellen is at the back in this, the Style Interior Design Straight Mile Fillies Handicap. And the running being made by Daisy Roots, and James Sullivan leads by about a length to My Honey Bee. Right there is DCR in the dark blue and white jacket, purple colours noseband of a Lithiometer. Original Thinkers just in behind them, that one buried roughly in mid-division, followed by Senesi with over to the right Beautiful Eyes, White Umbrella, black colours. Then comes Stranger on the Shore, last two are Violetta and Gentle Ellen. Heading now towards the last 3 furlongs, and it's Daisy Roots still holding holding the advantage over My Honey Bee, Alethiometer and DCR. Original Thinker now being urged along. Senesi looking for a way through, and now will try and make an effort to the right in the dark blue and white. Inside the final two, they fan out across the track. In the centre, Alethiometer, Senesi been asked to pick up. My Honey Bee still there. Original Thinker's just in behind them. Daisy Roots has dropped away, and now they're inside the final furlong. Alethiometer and Senesi. Senesi far side of Alethiometer, those two being followed by Stranger on the Shore and Violetta, and Senesi now on top by a good length or so. Senesi collects on turf debut. Alethiometer second, Violetta and Stranger on the Shore vie for other places.
Back here at Redcar, joined by Dan Muscat. Senesi, a good winner of the Fillies Handicap. She won like she'd got a bit to spare, I thought, Dan.
Yeah, she did it well. Probably enjoyed getting on the turf. She went through a race much smoother, but they've done a good job on her because she was a little bit hot mentally. Some of the Kingman fillies can be like that, and she was the best she has behaved today. So she's probably conserved her energy better than she has been in previous runs. But she went through a race very smooth and got a good toe in, and put a race a bit nicely, so hopefully she can continue to progress.
Did it feel like she was still a little bit raw when she kind of hit the front? I noticed she was just wandering around a little bit.
Yeah, she kind of made nice headway into the race, and to be fair, the second horse picked up well and made me work to get on terms with it, and then when she did get her head in front, she did just have a little bit of a look and sort of a dive around, but she straightened up. She straightened up when I gave her a flick, and she put her head down, which is good.
Yeah, that's a good win from her, hopefully more to come. Must ask you, less than a couple of weeks away now from the Derby at Epsom, you're going to be on board Dubai Mile. I feel like he might just be a little bit of a forgotten horse there in the Derby picture. Obviously, you got that big Group 1 win on him last year. What were your reflections on the run at Newmarket?
Yeah, he's definitely gone under the radar, in my opinion. He's a very straightforward horse, and we were all delighted with how he ran at Newmarket. Down in trip, the rain came, which helped us a little bit, but it was a really honest run, and he was sticking on really well at the rising ground. He galloped out great, so it was a great start for his year, and full steam ahead for Epsom in a few weeks' time.
And in terms of, you've ridden the horse on all bar one of his career outings, in terms of his mindset and how he would deal with the occasion and the track at Epsom, how would you feel about that going into the Derby?
Yeah, no concerns with his temperament pre-race. He's, if anything, he's very lackadaisical about most things. So that's probably a good attribute to have around there on Derby Day. And in terms of the track, he's gone around Windsor, which is obviously not an undulating track, but it is a sharp turn and switchback course. And he went around there like he was on rails. So he ticks plenty of boxes.
Brilliant. Well done today, and good luck a week on Saturday.
Super. Thanks very much.
Five furlongs in front of them, and they're off. Slow start from Mr. Mack in this, the Joint Racing TV Now handicap. And smartly into stride was Belsito with the Let's Go Hugo, dark blue and yellow to the right. Yellow colours of Exceed tracking the leaders. Black and white to the left of Strength and Honour, who's alongside Your Spirit. Sofolo is about 2 or 3 lengths off the pace. Mr. Mack is the overall bat marker as they make the run down towards the halfway point, and it is Let's Go Hugo and Belsito by a length and a half to Exceed. Your Spirit, Red Cap being shaken up, then Strength and Honour. Sofolo to the extreme right. Mr. Mack is the trailer. Inside the final 2 furlongs they go, and it is Belsito, Let's Go Hugo, Exceed, Sofolo coming there to the right into the final furlong. Let's Go Hugo, Sofolo. They're trying to move on from Belsito. Exceed is running on. Let's Go Hugo and Sofolo. Sofolo's in front. Sofolo, Callum Rodriguez by a length and a half in charge. Sofolo wins. Close for places. Let's Go Hugo, Exceed and Belsito.
Joined by
Good, and obviously Michael's supporting me really well, so pleased with how things are going, yeah, and hopefully it can just keep going throughout the year.
Good stuff. Well done today. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Ready at the 5 furlong start, and they're racing for the Watch Racing TV in Stunning HD handicap, and Grace Angel is electing to race alone over on the far running rail. All the others coming down the centre of the course. Sacred Jewel with speed, along with Ready Freddy Go, and right there is Dubai Dawn. They're being followed by Texas Man, a blue and red jacket to the left. Good Earth is a handy. Remarkable Force is off the pace as they head down towards the halfway point. Still there over on the far side doing a solo is Grace Angel. All the others coming down the near side. Sacred Jewel and Ready Freddy Go is right there, also holding every chance. Good Earth making the run down to the final furlong and a half. Ready Freddy Go, Good Earth over on the far side. Still Grace Angel must not be dismissed at the furlong marker. Grace Angel far side, Good Earth, Ready Freddy Go down the centre. They're followed by Remarkable Force. It's Grace Angel and Jason Watson. He plotted a really good route. Grace Angel the winner, Good Earth second, tight third Remarkable Force and Ready Freddy Go.
Joined by Jason Watson here at Redcar after Grace Angel's success in the sprint handicap. I think it was an all-the-way win, Jason. Was the far rail your plan?
Yes, you know, drawn one and sort of bagging that inside rail here can make a big difference, and sort of, you know, riding for Mr. O'Meara and being up north quite a bit now, we're starting to understand the tracks a lot better, and you know, it plays in my favour sometimes.
And this is a filly that's sort of all speed, so she had that pace to take advantage of the far rail. I think you won her on her at Southwell last season. Sort of 5 furlongs looks absolute what she needs to be doing.
Yeah, she's got a lot of pace, and yeah, she's just very quick, and she loves to travel into races for as long as she can. So, you know, she's got a good cruising speed, which can get horses off it early outdoors, and you know, she's tough. She's tough. She ain't the biggest, but she's very tough.
And coming sort of towards middle of May now, end of May, coming to the height of summer, and it's probably going to be your busiest time of the year coming up. Have you got any targets for the season ahead, the overall all summer?
Just ride as many winners as I can, really. Hopefully, you know, Chris, we can do a good job, and you know, being attached to Davis is always a massive advantage, and you know, racing's gotten tougher since I started, and you know, it's important to have a yard and support from your owners and your trainers. So I'm very grateful for that, and hopefully a bit more luck, and we'll get going soon.
And you're in the colours of South Dakota Sioux now in the upcoming race. Bigger price, but what sort of chance?
Obviously, sort of broke the maiden at Wolverhampton after coming off the pace. Quite an impressive win, really, that day. Southwell the next time I don't think really suited, and I'm not too sure whether it's necessarily the right place to be holding up horses, but that's the way that he runs well, and hope for a bit of luck, and hopefully they go too quick.
Good stuff. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And they're off. And it was an awkward start for Countess Kes, may have inconvenienced a few runners who were parked out to the right of that horse. Anier's Girl is handy. Hawke's Bay down the centre, followed by Goblet of Fire. Then comes Tilt at Windmills. Dresden Green is nicely placed in mid-division with Rubelite for company. Mr. Jetman's nicely in touch as well, would be around about 3 lengths off the speed in the black and pink jacket, yellow colours of Bo Lees. Reading back to the last couple includes South Dakota Sioux and Rockin' Rosa as they work their way inside the final half mile. Hawke's Bay, Mr. Jetman, Annie's Girl, Tilt at Windmills, Goblet of Fire, followed by Ruby Light. Over to the right is Erasmus, to the left is 8 Mile, and then Bryce back in mid-division, chased by Dresden Green and Bo Lees, and then comes Countess Kez is off the bridle, Thornaby Beauty far side, and that one is being followed then by South Dakota Sioux, heading down towards the last quarter of a mile, and down the centre, Tilt at Windmills, Mr. Jetman, Hawke's Bay, and Goblet of Fire. They're the leading few, waiting for a bit of action to unfold from off the pace. Thornaby Beauty's over to the far side, furlong left to go, Mr. Jetman, Thornaby Beauty, Dresden Green, Rubelite, Goblet of Fire, Rockin' Rosa is beginning to rock and roll now inside the last 100 yards. Mr. Jetman being harassed in the closing stages by Thornaby Beauty. Mr. Jetman wins. Thornaby Beauty second, Dresden Green, Rockin' Rosa, Rubelite and a Goblet of Fire all involved for other positions. So have you a minute, we'll complete the lineup. Longest race on today's card, our final race here at Redcar, and they're off. With Have You a Minute, just losing a couple of lengths coming out of the starting stalls, just reared fractionally. In this, the Watch Racing TV on Sky 424 handicap, and it is Edwina Sheeran who makes the running alongside A Day to Dream as they dash towards the winning post first time round. They're about 2.5 lengths in front of Eccles Street. Then Michael's Pledge, King Harry, Galileus, Vitani, Star is adrift of those by around about 5 lengths and is about a length in advance of Have You a Minute. They're about to enter the back straight, and it's Edwina Sheeran who makes the running. Leads by about a half length, with the dark blue and yellow of A Day to Dream, winner at Thirsk, up along the outside. And these two horses going at it by about 2 lengths to Eccles Street, Michael's Pledge, then the almost white jacket of King Harry. They've got about 1.25 miles still to go. Galileus is up against the rail. Vitani, the outsider in the orange and green colours, is in front of Have You a Minute, and Star is at the back. So it is Edwina Sheeran and A Day to Dream as they pass the 9 furlong pole. They're still split by around about 3 parts of a length and a half away to Michael's Pledge, followed by Eccles Street in the black and pink. Galileus, the Bath winner, to the inside of King Harry. Then Vitani and Have You a Minute together. Star gives them start and would be around about 10 or 12 lengths off the pace. Just nudged along fraction at the back there. Star as they run towards the last 7 furlongs. So it is Edwina Sheeran in front for Kieran Fallon, with A Day to Dream second place. Then Michael's Pledge in the stripes on the inside of Eccles Street. Then Galileus, followed by King Harry, Have You a Minute, Vitani and Star still in rear, and they're about to take the turn away from the back straight. Less than 3/4 of a mile to go. Edwina Sheeran in pole position with this a length advantage. A Day to Dream in second. These two horses have already locked horns this spring. They're being followed by Michael's Pledge. Up along the outside, Eccles Street's got a clear view of the front, being followed by Galileus, who's tucked in behind runners for Hector Crouch, and then comes King Harry ahead of Have You a Minute, Vitani, and Star still rode along by Holly Doyle. So they're making the run down the straight towards the last 3 furlongs or so, and it's Edwina Sheeran and A Day to Dream. Galileus is now in the clear, and Hector Crouch is asking the short price favourite to go about his business, and he's now right alongside A Day to Dream and Edwina Sheeran. King Harry to the outside. Have You a Minute in the red jacket is making an effort. They're inside the final 2. Galileus, Edwina Sheeran. They're being followed by A Day to Dream. King Harry to the outside, being followed by Have You a Minute. Michael's Pledge hasn't picked up. Then Vitani, Star and Eccles Street is well beaten. And it's Galileus who's about 3 or 4 lengths clear and really staying on Dowley towards the finish. It's another win for Galileus. Galileus, the winner. Race on for place is A Day to Dream to second. Michael's Pledge, Edwina Sheeran and King Harry involved behind.